Hey Steelers Nation! Welcome back to our channel where we bring you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Before we dive into today's discussion, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up if you enjoy our content. Now, let's get into the 5 offensive veterans who need a strong training camp to secure their roster spots this season. First up is wide receiver Tavon Austin 3. Despite being seen as a leader among the receivers, Austin is still fighting for his place on the team. His primary role has been as the starting punt returner, but he needs to show more offensive production. If he fails to impress during training camp, the Steelers might look for other options, possibly even exploring trade opportunities. With a new position coach praising his progress, Austin must translate that improvement onto the field to solidify his spot. Next is tight end Rodney Williams, who is teetering on the edge of the roster bubble. While primarily a special teams player, Williams did contribute offensively last year. His hustle and ability are noteworthy, but with new kickoff rules, his value might be reassessed. Williams needs to shine in training camp to prove his worth and secure his place on the team. Offensive tackle Dan Moore Jr. finds himself in a precarious position. Last season, rookies Dylan Cook and Spencer Anderson made veterans like Kevin Dotson and Kendrick Green expendable. This year, with the addition of Troy Fano, Moore could face a similar fate. Although the Steelers might not cut him outright, a strong training camp performance is crucial. Otherwise, he could become a trade candidate, especially if the team feels confident in their other options. Guard Nate Herbig is another veteran on shaky ground. Making $4 million as a backup is costly, and with young players like Mason McCormick and the versatile Anderson stepping up, Herbig's position is vulnerable. Herbig needs to demonstrate his value in training camp to avoid being a potential trade or cut candidate. Finally, we have Dylan Cook, who made the 53-man roster last year as the 9th lineman. Despite an impressive training camp last year, Cook must replicate that performance to keep his job. Given the offseason maneuvers, the Steelers will likely keep him at tackle, hoping he can prove himself as a reliable swing tackle. A strong showing in training camp could even push Dan Moore off the roster. The Steelers overhauled their receiving core this offseason, parting ways with Deontay Johnson and Allen Robinson. In their place, they signed Quez Watkins, Scott Miller, and Van Jefferson, and drafted Roman Wilson. This means even more competition for Tavon Austin 3, who will be vying for a starting spot against Wilson. Wilson's versatility in the slot and outside positions makes this an intriguing battle to watch during training camp. Dan Moore Jr. remains a hot topic as a potential trade candidate. With 49 career starts, Moore has significant experience, making him valuable. However, if Troy Fano performs well in training camp and other quality tackles become available, the Steelers might consider trading Moore to maximize his value before he hits free agency. Yet, keeping Moore as a reliable backup could be wise, given the frequent injuries in the NFL and the need for depth on the offensive line. As the Pittsburgh Steelers gear up for training camp, these 5 veterans must step up to secure their spots on the roster. With a mix of rookies and seasoned players, competition will be fierce, making for an exciting camp. What do you think, Steelers Nation? Will these veterans rise to the occasion, or will we see some surprising cuts and trades? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button for more Steelers news. Until next time, stay strong and go Steelers.